Hmm. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Adventurous Guide to the Galaxy. We are here. We have a great one tonight. So I would like to thank everybody who's out there watching. I'd like to thank everybody who's out there listening. I've been posting some stuff. We're going to get into the topic real quick, but I just have a couple things I want to say. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank all the new subscribers. Thank everybody who's been able to subscribe and stay subscribed because they're dumping people off. They're always making sure my subscriber count goes like this. So I want to thank you guys for doing that. So hopefully YouTube Premium should clean that up. Welcome. So today we're going to be talking about Cornel West. Now, huzzah! What's going on there? JLM, what's going on? Does Adventurous chat in the chat? Yeah, I actually do. Actually, I watch the chat and I'll jump down in here. Some of the other times, I'll have my laptop open and doing stuff. I just been a little bit busy. I've just been working. It's a little hot. I've been outside working. Let's see. It says, "Wonder what Trump did to make them angry." Now, Sticks put out a short video. Yeah, like I said, Trump. I mean, dude, he could literally just wake up in the morning and they're just mad. I guess because they either actually believe that they're actually angry at this guy, or it's like the Bill and Hillary Clinton thing where they called Donald Trump during the election right before 2015, say, "Hey, I want you to run against us," because they're friends. Like, yeah, let's do it. And and then that was that whole thing. So yeah, like I said, I posted something on the community tab about it. And it is what it is. It's almost 11 o'clock here. Yeah, what time is it here? Yeah, it's about to be 11 o'clock. I just went outside. There's a SpaceX launch. Yeah, I'm a bit tired too. Yeah, I just went and rode my bike down the street, so I'm sweating because there's a SpaceX launch. I went and recorded a video. But so tonight we're going to be talking about Cornel West. Now, a lot of people wonder why. Hey, Britt, why would you talk about Cornel West? Like, what's up with that? AG Galaxy 7, what's up with that? A lot of people know that every year in America is election year, right? Yeah, this is gonna be super cool when I do it. I have two videos I'm gonna do tonight on the rocket launch from yesterday and today's two launches, 2 days. So every year in America is an election year, right? And what do I mean by that? Because the year before the election is the election preseason, right? They get ready to go, and they're always talking like, oh well, I mean, I do all this stuff for your community, but I got to prepare for this election in a couple years, so I got to go around and collect money and not give a crap about you, right? That's kind of how the people in America feel, right? And so this guy, enter Cornel West, who's like a college professor, a smart guy. I've seen him a couple times throughout the years. I watched a couple of you. I've seen him on shows and seen some interviews. He gave lectures and stuff like that. I've seen a little bit, but I didn't really know too much about him. And I recently, a couple of years, he used to be a big fan of Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who remembers, like my channel started back in 2015. My friend, he created these channels. I started posting and talking about stuff. And that's the first time I got to 100 subscribers. That's the first time the videos are going like this. They're giving me money. And then I started mentioning a few things, and then it went like this and just cut off. So I was like, oh, wow, so we're going to make a difference. One of the issues that people have is that it's always a convenient excuse as to why something can't be done. Now, Cornel West is running for president, and as the thumbnail would show you, that there's a bunch of progressives and Democrats headquarters are all upset about it. To type again, yeah. They don't want people to actually run and bring up a bunch of stuff that they're going to actually have to do, right? That's the issue. So it's the same thing with like a Donald Trump and the Republicans. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Oh yeah, former Marine, hoorah Marine. That's what's up, man. Hell, yeah. See, I like to get lots of people in the chat that are like me, or like all different types of people. It's a lot of fun because every time we'll talk or have these discussions, it makes it really interesting because there's all types of people from everywhere in the chat, which is great. But so people have a problem. It says, my pops is in the army. I was born in Okinawa. Wow, that's really cool, man. Yeah, I spent 3 years in Okinawa. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a beautiful place. I can't wait to go back one day. It's just, it's really awesome. Hey, thank you for your service and thank your pops, man. It was really fantastic. So whenever you have like a political season coming up, because remember there's midterms and then there's a presidential, and then it's every 2 years something's going on. So then the years in between that is always the fundraising years where they don't care and they pretend to just do nothing, right? Um, Great nature, beauty. Agreed. Yeah, yeah, man. It's amazing. Okinawa is fantastic. Food is great. It's actually unbelievable, man. I love it. So every year is election year because they're always making sure that they always have something to conveniently do, which is nothing. And I noticed this when I was in Okinawa. Actually, it's really funny. When I was in Okinawa, 2012, there was Olympics was going on. I think it was in the UK. I was in Okinawa watching the Olympics, and it was really weird because like a lot of political coverage would come on in between the Olympics, and the Marine Corps and the barracks watching like, bro, I don't give a fuck about this crap. Like this is stupid. I don't care. This is a bunch of nonsense. Everybody figured out. At that time in the Marine Corps, everybody was like, oh, okay, here we go. Obama's president. They just did the whole Libya thing, and it's just like, why would you do that now? And now as today, like I made videos back then, you can see how Wagner in Nigeria and all that other stuff is going on, because back in the day, they want to overthrow Libya, just do whatever, weapons everywhere, and now we have this problem. I said something about it back then. A lot of Marines complained. They got the boot. We all left, and now you have recruiting crisis and all this stuff we can get into, which brings up the point to where this is what they want. They don't care. They just want to take the money. They want to just be pieces of crap. They just want to be privileged, upper class people who don't have to work for a living. But all the people who work for a living, they're actually like Americans are too nice. They're too nice. They allow so much stuff to happen because they just are relaxed all the time. They do things. They work hard. They invent stuff. We invent stuff for ourselves. And Americans, like, they have a lot of vacations, I guess, because in Europe, like I said, they have holidays, right? They go on holidays. It's very structured in a way. In America, it's not necessarily structured the same way as Europe. So like when it comes to healthcare, holidays, and things like that. So in America, they have to go 7,500 times harder to do sports and like have distractions so that people don't get angry and be like, "Where's my money?" You feel what I'm saying? Sorry if I'm sweating a little bit. Like I said, for new people who are joining or coming in, I just rode my bike down the street. There's a SpaceX launch. It's really hot outside. It's Florida, and yeah. So so I just recently went to Luxembourg. I was hanging out with my friends, and we're talking about stuff, and we're driving around talking about how everything's structured. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, wow. They really hold on, in the chat, CJ says, also appreciates Japanese swords. The Philippine Islands used to make all kinds of swords, whether crystal swords, replica Japanese sword 3 sets, or Gurkhas or jungle knives. There actually is a World War II Gurkha knife in a antique shop down the street from here. It's actually supposed to be authentic, like really old. I'll actually I'll go get it because those videos are awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. YouTube censors me, so like not everybody can enjoy them. And I do a lot of really random videos sometimes, and I hope really people can really enjoy them because I like to show people really interesting stuff. And people do. It's just really sad that they always there. Went there in 1991. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was there 2010 to 2013. It was really fantastic. So when I was in Europe, I was looking around, and I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, look at all the different types of stuff. Like I said, very small, much different. We have a lot of things here that they don't have, and vice versa. But again, people complain about healthcare and do all this other stuff. But it's a lot nicer in certain areas because, like I said, Luxembourg's fantastic. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, America is very, like, on your own. Because over there, the government, like, whether you like them or not, say whatever you want, the government is actually present on every issue. And they at least can, like, complain or say, hey, we want this. Or we're going to show up drunk after a pub day and we're going to have to fight about it. So the government will usually give them stuff. It says, got out in 1995 just in time to avoid the Don't Ask, Don't Tell nonsense on Clinton. Yeah, like I said, that was one of those things where it's just like, they're like, oh, don't ask, don't tell. But then it turned into, you're going to sit, because like I said, we were in Okinawa, side story. They had us go and sit in an auditorium for multiple hours watching about, basically just reading a bunch of like posts under like, Facebook posts about like some sexual stuff. And it was like, had nothing to do. Even people who were gay or whatever, like, yo, can we go back to work? Like, we actually want to, like, participate in our careers. It was very weird. It was just, like I said, leads to all the stuff that we're dealing with now, which will lead into this conversation what I'm talking about here. And in Luxembourg and in Germany and in Europe, like in a lot of different countries, the government is actually there on every issue, whether you like them or not. They're present. Sometimes it's very bad. Sometimes it isn't so bad. But in America, it's just like they're wide open. Like there's corporations doing whatever they want. Government's here. Some people show up. You don't even know who they are. Craziness. It's just like corporations, regular people, small people, other countries showing up, doing whatever. Like it's absolutely just wild. And I thought about this. I'm like, this is insane because the regular person, back in the day, like in the 90s or something, right? You could, or maybe in the 80s or 90s, you could like go and have a job, get a house or do whatever. Now you go over here, there's a mega apartment complex owned by some mega trillionaire that literally will sue you if you even complain about the HOA. You go over here, it's like some city where like the rent is ridiculous. Like I think it was in Los Angeles, like the average, I think it's either California or Los Angeles. I don't remember which one it is. It says, I biked 20 miles the other day, probably recovering from that. Not in boot camp shape. Hey, I'm not either, man. I try to stay in some type of shape, as you can see, you know what I mean? I try a little bit. But what is the average rent, like $4,000 in Los Angeles or something like that? Like, it's ridiculous. Like in San Francisco and all these other places. Like we just purchased a property up in Washington State for my family when they retire, and we're out. It's way outside of Seattle, not even close. But like, you go to Seattle, man, that shit's crazy, man. Like, I was just talking to my uncle over in Seattle. Two crackheads busted into his car in the middle of the day, and they ran out there. I'm literally not even kidding. And they started shooting at my uncle, and they're just shooting like this, and they ran away. And my uncle got in the car and was so mad he chased them. That's the type of stuff that we're dealing with now all over the West Coast, just like insanity, right? Crackheads attacking people. Mystery corporations, Travis Air Force Base, tripping over rats and the homeless in LA. No thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so terrible. Like, I used to live in LA. I was born in LA. I lived in Florida for like almost 30 years, but like I said, I was born in LA as a little kid. I used to live there. I went back before I joined the military, after I graduated high school, before I joined the military, I went and lived in LA. And it was even 2007, it was like, it was like, well, this is a little crazy. Like, it's kind of wild, but it's doable. The smog cloud was just starting to disappear in 2007, 2006. And, it was cool. We went all up and down the West Coast and stuff. It was nice, but like, there were some areas where like, okay, went to Oakland, went to some other areas in the West Coast, Seattle, a little crazy, you know what I mean? But like, dude, now it's just like, absolutely, it's like warfare. It's like, my friend, Jorge Ventura Jr., I did a couple of videos about him. He has a really big Instagram show. He doesn't do YouTube videos much, so I try to post stuff on here so everybody knows. He did a documentary called Cartel Land out in California. He'll go. There's cartel that just have. I have a couple predictions. All right, let's hear him. He's going to put it. JLM's going to put him in the chat for people who want to watch the replay. There are cartels of Armenian mafia, Chinese mafia, South American cartels, Chinese mafia, Russian mafia. Dude, they're all over the place. And they're just, like I said, just walking right in. And like people, he goes down to the border. He interviews people as they're crossing the Rio Grande. He's like, "Where are you coming from? What's going on?" People coming from all over the place. Like, "Oh yeah, one guy said, I just want Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't really actually need to be here." Right? Hard winter, score cold weather clothes, even for Florida. Yeah, like I said, it was cold here in the wintertime. I have plants. As you can see, look at this. Right here, plants. All right, I have a bunch of plants. And wintertime, it killed a bunch of my plants, even up until like May. I had a papaya tree. It died in May because it was cold at night. It was ridiculous. And so all but on East Coast craziness, all this wild stuff, people coming in. And like I said, the average person has to work so much. They don't have time to like compile all the stats and do all this. That's why I watch my channel, right? Censored by YouTube. I post stuff on the channel. Censored by YouTube. They're always giving me 0 views. I had 1 view per hour over 48 hours, and then the top view videos for my channel, it was like one had 15, one had 5 and 2 for 48 hours. 1,000 subscribers, millions of views. You get 2 views per day. That's what you get, Blackie. You know what I mean? Like that's why people are like really starting to get mad. Like, I don't know why it took them so long. I've been getting censored since like 2012, 2013. But yeah, hey, whatever, right? It's 2023, and it says I'm in Michigan. I'm expecting a winter. 92, 93 again, crazy. Blizzards due to Canadian burning. Yeah, like I said, Canada's got a lot of stuff going on, and it's like so much stuff is happening, right? So many different types of wildfires, all different types of stuff that people are getting fed up. And so, like I said, bring it back to Cornel West, he actually is trying to tell the Democrats, like I said, I watch a bunch of left, right, up, down, center. I watch all of it, and I tell you like what's really going on, because I'm the type of person, I like to just talk about the thing. And over the years, after 2012 Obama, political people started to invade the internet space, because we were just talking about cool stuff. We were just talking about whatever. And they invaded, trying to politicize everything. Like, oh, you can't actually fix that car because it has to do with my political. Get out of here, right? Here comes Cornel West. He's like, I'm running as an independent, right? All the Democrats and all the liberals are losing their minds, right? Why? Because they don't actually want anybody to run outside of them and try to solve any of their issues, right? That's their problem, right? Which was caused mostly by Mount Tuzo eruption in 1991. Yeah, that's I'd actually Mount Pinatubo. I've never heard of that. Actually, I'm going to look that up. So people are, again, it's the same thing with Donald Trump 2015, same thing with Bernie Sanders and all that. But the difference is, they'll run in a political party because they like, oh, if I run independent, people won't support me because, people want to have a team. You want to be part of my go team, red or blue or whatever. But how's that working out for you, America? You know what I'm saying? you're not really getting a whole lot. You're not really getting a whole lot there. So a lot of people are trying to run as independents, but like I said, you get the major corporations. You get the giant news, like they're gonna shut you out 100%. Like I said, and so anytime a natural disaster happens, you can see it happening, and the news is like not there, and you wonder, you're like, how do people still take them serious? But like I said, a lot of people still turn the TV on, and they still want to like believe that these random people, you don't even know if they're real. They could be a person with a mask, could be Android, could be AI years before you even knew they existed. Because like I said, it did, and like I said, they say, oh my God, we care about this. This is so scary, and you're like, oh, I care about that too. But a lot of people using the internet, a lot using other things. That's why they're censoring me. They're not having it. So Dr. Shiva, Cornel West, random people are running as independents, and you have all these hit pieces, all these articles coming out. People are losing their minds, like, oh my God, oh my God, bro, like you're the worst. You have to be a Democrat, or if someone's gonna run as independent, oh, if you're gonna take votes away, and we're gonna lose this time, and it's just like it's always a reason. You know what I'm saying? There's always a reason why you can't just get something accomplished. Like I was watching like a lot of Dr. Shiva show, live streams and stuff, and one of the things that came to the conclusion of while watching the show, he was like, why does people? I've thought this, but why do people wait till an election to solve a problem? Like you literally have your industry collapsing, right? You're dying. Your family's dying of cancer, dying of this, that. You're being invaded, all this other stuff. Oh my God, this is horrible. I'm going to press the help button in a couple of years. Ooh, I'm going to help, which is the voting. Help. Oh my God. Oh my God, the creatures are actually coming, and the government's doing this or that, or, this major corporation is buying up everything and making this huge apartment complex. We're so screwed. Oh my God. I'm going to push the help button in a couple of years. What is that going to do? Every day you could make a change to go to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they get really upset. Like when they talk, oh, Joe Rogan, he's going to this, and like, no, like, what is he going to do? Like, he just talks, he's just a talk show host. He's not going to do anything. But the reason why they're upset about it is because even though Joe Rogan's a liberal and he's like, I like lefty, I feel this way and all that stuff, he's still just a regular guy. He's not special. He does his thing. He does a job. He does that, right? So he says, look at the chat. It says, some military journals called it Black Saturday, the ash blocked out the sun, earthquakes, typhoons, once a very bad day. Yeah, so that would be really terrible. Like I said, I'll have to check out the documentaries about it, because like I said, I remember there's one in the Philippines, big volcano that went off. It was really pretty unbelievable. But so you have all this stuff going on, right? They don't want you to actually make a change on the daily, right? Every day that goes by, you could do something, or you could go and, let's say, for example, you could get really upset about something, and you could raise a huge deal on Twitter, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you can get something changed. They don't want that. They want you to, okay, every day, these people who are whoever, right? BlackRock, big funders, giant bazillionaire people that basically, they're very pale, no matter what, like actual race or ethnicity, race, sexual, whatever. They're very pale because they don't go outside, they don't work for a living, right? Meanwhile, everybody else has to do all these different dynamic things. They have all this money, these billions of dollars. Like I said, they don't care. They'll just collect all the money and just go disappear in a mountain or like a bunker somewhere while everything just goes to crap for a couple of years. Then you'll see them like, oh, it's been a couple months. Where's this person been? You need to actually be more upset about that than, oh, Donald Trump tweeted something and it hurt me. Or, oh, Joe Biden, oh my God. You need to care about that stuff, but you need to actually care about what's really happening. They're taking your money. Like I said, you don't want to, I wish I could spend time with my family. I wish this was that. You're being taxed at a higher percentage in America than anywhere else. Like I said, these other countries, there's this that's expensive. There's that's expensive. In America, there's like 75 more types of things you have to pay for and have to have in order to do business in life. And all those are a lot of money. Interest rates are going crazy. All this stuff, right? What are we doing, right? Everyone's like, you have to be a Democrat or Republican. What is that going to do? What are you doing? Every day, what are you getting upset about? What do you care about, right? I like that many regular people at Terrence Popp and Hammerhand are using YouTube to vent their frustrations. Like I said, I love Terrence Popp and I love Hammerhand. Like I said, there's two guys I love. Terrence Popp, he's was in Special Forces for a while, so I listened to a lot of his stuff when he's talking about getting out and going through all the different types of things. And it was like so much tough stuff that they have to go through. Like Hammerhand, he has so much. Don New Orleans good too. so much tough stuff that they have to go through. It's like, wait, when do people say, like I said, it for a lot of certain types of men, it's been going tough, it's been terrible for a while. But now all these other groups, like I made this video because I was also going to talk about how a lot of middle class and upper middle class people are getting straight punched right in their shit right now. And they're like, I don't, oh my God, oh no. They usually just go after the poor people or the super poor or like the rich people who are like this or that. They're coming after us. Yes, they're coming directly after you. And even some people who have millions of dollars, they're getting poked up right now. They're like, I don't like this. This is terrible. Yeah. You know what they call that in black community, right? They call that the Negro wake up call. Because what it is that a lot of black people in America, they're from America, they go around people who have a lot of money after not having money. Secret to live long, strong back. Yes, sir. They go around people who have a lot of money and they think it's fine, whether they're black or white or whatever. And one day they get completely blindsided. They get robbed, beat up, and if you barely survive, it's like that's your wake up call. Like you thought it was sweet, now you got your wake up call. A lot of people in the black community, they look out for this. There's a lot of different types of things that they look out for. That's why they're looking at Cornel West because he got his Negro wake up call, and he's like, "Oh snap! These people are not. They're not my friends." Wow. So people were like, "Yeah, man, yeah, bro. Like the Democrats is not your friend, bro. Like the Republicans are not your friend. They will grift off of you. They will grift, and as soon as it's like, oh no, like the canceling and the woke and all that stuff, bro, they don't care about any of that stuff. They want to get you out of the. They want to get you out the paint so they can get your money. You pay money. That's all they care about. And then they're gonna bulldoze all the trees, and they're gonna build a giant parking lot, a Walmart, huge apartment buildings everywhere, and everyone's gonna pay rent. You're not gonna be able to buy anything, and every rent is like I said, average rent's gonna be like $4,000 or $5,000. And you know what? You're gonna have to drive to work, sit in traffic every day, and your entire life's existence is gonna either be at your house getting ready to go to sleep, or sitting in traffic or at work. That's what they want, right? Fucking Walmart. Yo, every time I go and I'm like, wow, I'm driving like a nice country road, a forest is gone, like a huge parking lot. Fucking Amazon. I swear to God, I'm telling you, Amazon builds these warehouses that are so huge, it looks like a spaceship landed, like a giant UFO, like some like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but it just landed in a city, and it's just an Amazon workshop. Oh my God, absolutely unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, Cornel West is running. I'll just do this really quick video. I just gotta let you all know. Cornel West is running, and he's not doing it as a Democrat. He's doing it as an independent. And they're freaking out. All this different stuff is going on. All this different stuff is all this bad stuff is going on. And yeah, fucking hate Apple. I did a couple of videos about Apple with Eli, the computer guy, where he talks about Tim Cook and how they actually abuse people in third world countries. You gotta check that out. Man, like I said, man, Walmarts everywhere, apartment complexes everywhere, parking lots everywhere, no trees, everything could be completely just done. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of stuff they're trying to do. You can make money. They have money printer. There's unlimited money. They can just press a zero on the screen. Everyone can be rich. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to destroy the environment. But then guess what? Everyone's going to be poor. Everything's going to be expensive, and you have to drive to work for the rest of your life. Oh, that will split the left and right ticket. Yeah. So okay. So Cornel West is an independent, right? And he's like, hey, we can run independent. I'm a black guy, and black people support him. White people support this guy. Mexicans, everyone supports this guy for a different specific reason because he actually goes to the community. Whether you agree with him or not, he'll speak to you and he'll actually like talk to you even if he disagrees. And he's like, oh, you know, Trump this and that, or oh my God, Biden this and that. But like I said, that's why they're mad as hell. Yeah, because he's going to split the vote and he's going to take a lot of people with him. But here's the thing. Republicans have this many votes, right? And Democrats have this many votes. That's what they want you to believe. And then they want you to be like, oh, 51-49. Oh, because that's in other countries, North Korea, everyone voted for Kim Jong-un 100%. Oh, people making America make fun of that. They do the same thing here, except it's just 51-49. Oh, you're this close. Oh, come back next time. Oh. That's what they do. Every single time. And you guys believe this stuff. Dr. Shiva, he's a fucking scientist. 4 PhDs from MIT. He's a his computer lab. He went and got the results from the 2020 election. Showed all types of BS. Just you could literally clearly see it. Took it to Donald Trump. Donald Trump's like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. That's a little bit too much. Oh, we need to grift and make some money for the next couple of years off this. And he's like, we gave you the thing. Last time that happened, we got Bill Clinton. Yeah. You see, and they do it every time. But a lot of people, and now, like I said, Cornel West is going to take See, like, here's the Republicans have all the people vote for them. Here's the Democrats. The Democrats, but people don't realize there's lots of the minorities, but black people show up to vote the hardest for them for whatever reason. And ever since Donald Trump, they realize they don't need that. Right here. Here's Democrats, here's Republicans, right? Black vote is like this much. So we could either go here, or we could start a third party here. And the Democrats would be here like this. Lights out. Remember, Republicans, Democrats, here's the black community, Cornel West. He might take that thing over here. He might take the thing over here, add it to Republicans, Democrats, whatever. That's why Marianne Williamson and all these other Democrats and lefties or whatever, they're flipping out right now because of Cornel West. He's like, you know what? I'm taking my votes and going independent. Marianne Williamson, she just did an interview like, oh, well, if I don't make it, I'll just take all my votes and loop them back into the Democratic Party. I'm telling you, it's like chutes and ladders. You get the shoot right back to the Democrats, right back to Republicans. Cornel West, Dr. Shiva, they're not doing that. They're like, yo, just come with me. They're on top of that, like I said, whether you agree with them or not on issues, that's not the point. The point is they actually talk to people and they want to solve issues every day, like right now, so that the politicians or whoever, they won't be able to grift off of issues for decades. Y'all starving for decades. Oh my God, BlackRock. Oh my God, Vanguard, all these big companies, the DEI and all the woke stuff. What are we going to do? Something today. Go. If y'all could show up for some PS3 contest and like overthrow a city for some kids thing where they were, oh, on a PS5, or some country star. Oh my God, the swarming the stage from country star. If y'all could swarm the stage for your life and for your family, if you could swarm the stage for your kids, if you could swarm the stage for not be eating poison and everyone's gonna die at 40 years old because every food is poison and everything is just terrible, microplastics and everything, y'all ain't swarming the stage for that. You're swarming the stage for the Barbie movie, which, like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen like a thing about it. It's supposed to be like actually pretty funny, even though it's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be like more serious and powerful, but it ends up being like Barbie fascism, which ended up being pretty funny. Y'all ain't swarming the stage for that. But Cornel West, Dr. Shiva, and people running his independents, they're bringing motherfuckers with them. Over here, over there. The Republicans, Democrats, they're like this. They're like me, sweating right now. Oh no, Cornel West. Look at the thumbnail. They're literally losing their minds over this shit. It's hilarious. I love this shit. And like I said, even if I disagree with them, I'm just going to boost it up. Because like I said, black people, they need to stop messing around. Please, the DEI and ESG will get worse. Apologies will not fix it. No, not at all. Like I said, they're going to take it. They're going to really go hard. So every single day, they're giving you crap. They're giving you like, oh, well, hey, black people, you voted for us. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a song and we'll do a little dance for you. They literally come out and say, thanks for voting for us. We're not going to help you. We're going to do a dance for you. And then BlackRock's going to come in and buy up all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's been happening for a long time. Now that it's happening to other people who are like, oh my God, I thought I was good because I make $800,000 a year. Why am I being fired? Why are they doing this and that? Yeah, now they're coming for everybody. They're not playing around. They can't have anybody left. Right? So Cornel West is running for president, right? Independent. Like I said, do whatever you want. I would rather more people be independents than be on a party, because the party is going to basically put a little thing to your back and make sure you don't do anything too thought-provoking, you know what I mean? Especially because they're on a super tear to take everything down and, turn it into, BlackRock super state, and all the Vanguard super state and all the Pfizers and all the other stuff. Like I said, I got a bunch of videos taken down. I got strikes. Me and Daryl Goodman did a hilarious video where I pretended to interview him, CEO of Pfizer, Albert Bourla, as Dracula, because he sounds like Dracula, and my second smashed, right? My comment was about Marianne Williamson. She's a former church founder who ended up too weird for the 12-step recovery people. Yeah, that's, like I said, too weird for that. That's, like I said, who knows what she's really got going on, especially because, like, a lot of times, like I said, if you know who these people are. JLM. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I get that right there. Yeah, JLM. You know how the government works, right? You know these people, like, they got some stuff going on up in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what, they could have grabbed Marianne Williamson up and she comes out of, if you haven't seen her for a week, she comes out of the DNC or the little headquarters like, yeah. You're like, what the hell? Like I said, they don't want Cornel West. She wrote a book about codependence. Like I said, you never know who these people are, man. Marianne Williamson, all these different people, they're going to funnel votes back in the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders is like, oh yeah, we don't need to, check the money going to all these other places. Just give Ukraine trillions of dollars. Like I said, all these people turn their backs on you, man. And Cornel West is trying to do his own thing. They're crying about it. It's flipping them out. So I got a couple of things I got to do. My phone's bugging out here. I want to thank everybody for joining this live stream. It's doing great. I'm going to do some more live streams because they've been shutting me down. They've been censoring me. They've been hating on me. So I'm just going to go even harder because it's a lot of fun. I enjoy hanging out with everybody. I enjoy reading the comments and everything. I enjoy flashing my hands at the screen. This is actually a lot of fun. Like, share, and subscribe. They're going to definitely try to hate on the video, hate on the channel. Like I said, 1 view per hour, 2 views per day sometimes. Like I said, it is what it is, man. I don't care. They can do whatever they want to do, man. I'm going to do it. Like I said, so we get the conversation rolling. Like, share, and subscribe. Share the video out there so we can get everybody going, so we get the conversation going. I'm going to do more videos about this because as it gets closer to election season, absolute fireworks are going to be going for people outside of America you don't know. It is absolutely insane over here. As I was finding out in Luxembourg, people have no idea why. Why is America so crazy? Because they hate us. You know what I'm saying? Or three, she's rich, she's white, she's old, she's not for the little folk. No more pushing nonsense. Yeah, exactly, right? People are crazy, man. These people, they literally live on another planet. They literally do not ever see poor people ever. They're like, oh my god, is that a human? Oh, so poor. So, Cornel West is running. It's gonna be great. I will definitely can't wait to know these live streams. Oh man, this is good. Oh man, this is good. You guys are gonna enjoy this. This is gonna be so much fun. This is gonna be so much fun. So much crazy stuff going on for election season. They're gonna be running around like, oh my god, it's black men's fault that you voted for Cornel West, or it's white people, why or blah blah. They're gonna be going crazy. It's gonna be so much fun. So I'll see y'all later. I gotta go.